Hello everyone. I will recap one of the hardest day that I ever have in the past 2 years when I do day trading. This recap is for January 26, 2023. I took a call position on SPY and this position went down more than 50% at some point and I was holding. I will recap all the mistake I actually made and how I break so many rules and how this is actually a good to remind ourselves and our rules, our setup, and we are just human, we make mistakes and we have to accept that. Let me start from the beginning and what's happened. So before even the market start, every morning I share my plan on the Discord. I trade live on Discord every morning. So if we came here, you will see that I already have my level. There is a double top. I already said there is a double top on SPY. I'm looking for calls if we start breaking. Okay, we here start breaking, but one of my rules, I always build a position. The first mistake is here. I jump here on the first candle on heavy size. I took one contract here. I start editing here. So this is the first mistake I did here, is jumping on the position in heavy size from the beginning. And I already know that's one of my rules actually. Every day we have big day before. Most of the time the next day will be a low volume day. What that means, then when low volume day, we can see a lot of fake breakout, and the breakout strategy was not actually working like before. Always the retest strategy on the retest strategy is much better and much safer on in the past maybe 21 or the beginning of 23. So always I feel so much safer if we have retest, then we are pushing. The mistake is I actually already know that if we come here, if there is any pullback at open, I will wait SPY to test the 400. Why? Because if we go to 30-minute chart, we will see that we have big resistance here, became the new supports on the 400. So if there is any chance the market is going to reversal, it will be the 400 area. And because I took heavy size from the beginning, and if we back in history, in January, we will see that the market always push down at the beginning of the day, then stop pushing up, or push up, then stop pushing down. There was so many chop day in January, but it was easier to know and easier to see. So because this is the second mistake here, because I was holding a losing position and did not stop it maybe at 20% lose, I was able to miss a good opportunity on puts here under the view up. And if we come back to my plan, you will see that my NVIDIA long-term average price is 163 per share. I'm looking to sell some around 200. And if we jump on NVIDIA, that we will see it's look like not only me, I was thinking about that, because the 200 moving area, the 200 moving zone, the 200 zone on NVIDIA was heavy resistance, in my opinion, absolutely. So a lot of people were selling at this time. So NVIDIA actually have a gap up. So at the same time, I was thinking NVIDIA will fill this gap and stop pushing again and help the market to stop pushing again. I already know that. So this was like some confirmation. If we jump to UVXY, where's UVXY? UVXY, and we will see that I already saw UVXY was pushing, and VIX have big support on 19 as was pushing from this area. I simply, the second mistake, I ignored all these signs, all these. When I see UVXY and see VIX is pushing, this is every single time I see this, I stay away from the calls. Option trading is not only about being right 100%. As you see that I was right 100%, but the option trading is the timing. The timing about enter the trade is the most important thing. So let me come back to the second mistake, because I was holding a losing trade here. I simply missed amazing ground here on calls when we stop it here at the 400.94, and my strategy and my plan was looking for retest, then I jump on call. Simply, if I catch the calls here, I would be made at least 30 or 40% on this trade alone. Let's suppose that absolutely I'm not taking any puts, I'm not speaking about any puts. Let's suppose that I catch the first round here, then my big volume, I already shared this on day trading channel or live on mic. If there is any retest on 400, I will start buying, and I already took the swing 400 next day, and at the end of the day this was much easier to manage because have long expire date, and it was very easy. It was down 10% at some point, then at the end of the day the swing was up 20%. So this actually I already shared. I will trade very heavy if we are going to stop at the 400 area. And because I was holding a losing trade all this time, my stop loss, I was down 50% here. This is not easy. Holding a losing trade is gonna make you forget all your rules. You make you not see the other good setup. For example here, if I just follow with my plan 100%, or I just start building a position here, not jump very heavy, I will be able to edit here, and I will be much easier with a normal size position, not very heavy. I will back to green on this push. But one of the biggest mistake, I jumped heavy from the beginning, and I already saw it is a low volume day. I already saw that it is a low volume day. So the second mistake, I did not edit here, especially after we stopped it at the 400 and there was a reversal. And if I come back to yesterday, I will see exactly the same chart happen, pushing up a little bit just like today, then pushing down, then breaking all day low to force people to close their position because they are going to think that we are going to push even more. Exactly the same chart is happening. So this is giving me the confirmation this will happen again. If we are going to jump on VIX, at some point when SPY stop pushing here, we will see this VIX stop pushing down, and Apple, Meta, always start pushing up. So this was a confirmation for me to start editing to my position here. On here, I was down around 50% of my position. I was holding heavy size again since the beginning. So if I just start editing here, when the prices push here, I would be back to break even and even red and exit from the position and finish my day even before the power hour. The bigger problem, I never edit here. I start editing actually here when I back near down 20% or something like that. Then I start editing here again when I was down 15, and my stop loss was under 400. So if I just start editing here, and when we stop pushing down, my stop loss will be very tight. Like anything I edit here, actually the stop loss of anything I edit here will be here. Yes, I will lose so much money from the first entry, but on second entry, the 400 reversal, and this is all on my plan, I will lose only like small money on the next. But if a reversal, the reversal will be amazing. So the second mistake, I did not follow my editing. I actually start editing on the resistance, and I knew it is a low volume day. A low volume day on supply zone and resistance, you will see so much pullback, so much rejection. So it is actually 100% happen here, and it was a very hard day for me in the past 2 years, maybe one of the hardest days, because here, guys, I was holding so much calls on 4,000. I actually on my chart on SPY, but I trade SPX. Here, around here, I was holding so much calls on 4,450. Now the second scenario, actually here, around here, I was back to break even because I already start editing here, made my average prices much better, and I start back to break even here. The second mistake, I should have take half at least. Why? Because Biden about to go live. So let's suppose Biden went live, and maybe we're going to say anything bad about the market. The market will dump so fast just like that, and I will lose all my my profit for the month, and maybe even more from my capital. I not have a single red day in the past 25 days. But it is not about being green every day. It's about you follow your rules every single day. So actually, all of us need day like this. Then let me continue right now. Biden was speaking here, and I back to break even. Multi-time, I never cut anything. On this push, I believe took half of a quarter of my position, but that was not enough because the position was very heavy. I should have been cut half here and to protect myself. On here, I was a small gray, like 3 or 4%, something like that. Then Biden was speaking again, pushing the market down. In any case that anything he going to say anything bad, will dump the market. Now, most of the time when someone in government or on the feed starts speaking, I normally don't hold anything to protect myself because they can cause a lot of volatility in the market. It's not about being green, it's about following your rules. So when Biden actually finished, the market start pushing up, and when I back to break even, everything I sold here, actually I start editing back here. I was down like 3, 4, 5, 6%. When I back to break even, I start editing back. On this push, I start taking my profit. I was up like 10%, something like that. The position again, guys, was very, very heavy, especially when I start editing around here. I start taking my profit. Then before the market closed, this is only 1 day expire. And on this push, I made like I sold last contract at 40%. I sold quarter here at 20 or something like that, 25. Overall, I made like 18 or 17 on this trade on heavy sales. But am I happy with my performance? Absolutely not. I'm not happy with my performance. Like I always say, it is not about to be green or red. The most important thing is the performance. And they actually like this. I actually tape this. Before I go to sleep, I want to tell everyone that the tough day like today, what will make you actually one of the best trader? The easy green day, like in the past 25 days in January, it was all easy and make more money. On these really green easy days, it's gonna make you more greedy and gonna make you forget all your rules because the confidence in yourself start control you. It doesn't matter if you are green or red today. All of us need day like this, or need take some losses, or need to take hard day like on tough day like this, to remind ourselves and our rules and our setup. And we are just human here when we are come to trade. No matter how good we are, we will always make mistake because we are just human and emotions sometimes control us. For example, if I refused one of the biggest mistake because I was green in the past 25 days. Here, when I took the calls on the first candle, when I took the calls here on the first candle, when I see that there is no continuation, if I just sell here, I was down like, let's say maximum here before we break the view up and break all day low here, maybe maximum I was down maximum 20%. If I just from the first entry, not the same size I was holding here, from this size, if I just took 20% lose, I will excite and I will lose. I will take the lose and I will wait the 400 reversal and I will easy come back to green. But the biggest problem here, when you have so much green days, you will start to refuse that you have a red day. So here I refuse it. I will have a red day actually today. And this is one of the reason I was holding a loser position. At some point here again, guys, I was down 50%. If I just took the lose here and except most of the time, my maximum lose on my normal position size is 20%. So here I was down 20%. What I waiting for? Everything age in my setup. UVXY, VIX is pushing, have supports. SPY is pushing down under the view up. I am in already heavy size. I did not build the position. I jumped one time and everything, expecting for a push to 405 to take my profit. So when there was no pushing and I saw the volume is not so great, I should have been excited here and accept my lose. In trading, we should always accept the red days and accept the losses. I need it. I need day like this. It's happened to me every 3-4 months. Last time was actually happened and was a red day. I am not happy again because I ended the day green. I am happy because this reminds me of all my rules, the stop lose. I'm just a human. I can make mistake. Don't let the confidence control on me. and it's open every time it's happened to me, open my eyes to the next level. Thank you everyone, and remember to follow your rules 100%, and it's completely okay you take a lose on any position, especially if you follow your rules 100%. Like if I took for example a 20% lose, absolutely I will catch, because this was my plan. I will double my size on the 400 reversal, and it will be very easy to come back to green. But holding a losing position is a big mistake. Always stick with your stop lose and accept the red days. Absolutely not easy day, one of the hardest and tough days for me. I was, most of the time I forced myself to finish the trade, my trading day before 11, but I was sitting here all the day. My mental health get hurt so much, all because that's absolutely the plan worked 100%. I was right, but again, option trading is not about you are right or wrong about the direction. It is about the timing. The timing is very important, and building a position is very important. To do not jump one time in all the trade in heavy size. Thank you everyone, and wish you guys a green year, and always remember to follow your rules. And sometime we need the red days, or sometime we need hard day like this to remind ourselves about our rules and ourselves. Bye bye.